Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy, and I want to talk about a fascinating pattern, right? So I'm going to hit you with a set of metrics, right, which I think represents a pattern. All right, so what is it? So Truth Social, do you know what it is? It is Donald Trump's own social media. I have never been on it, right? Because legit, like Trump's own social media, that has got to be the darkest hive of scum and villainy the earth has ever seen, right? There's places like, I live near Philadelphia. There's very harsh places there's places you don't go, right? Like they're just like, I'm a bicyclist, right? And so like I'll like just ride through Philadelphia, right? And there's times where there's like different triggers and I'm like, oh man, I need to get gone, right? And I will literally turn around in the street in 180 and go the other way. And it's like certain things I'll see on the street, I'll be like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. I gotta go, right? Truth Social, can you imagine the absolute abyss of hatred, prejudice, like wrong thinking, horrible, like cesspool of hatred that thing is, right? Horrible, right? Guess what? President Biden's campaign just set up shop on Truth Social. And get this. President Biden's campaign has more followers on Truth Social than Trump's campaign has. Trump's campaign has 26,000 followers on Truth Social. President Biden's campaign in less than 2 weeks has 31,000 followers more than the Trump campaign. That is astounding, right? Now, what is it? It's a pattern. Everything that happens on Truth Social is shocking and alarming. It is one of the top 10 worst problems of America that we have ever had, right? And who's responsible? The Democrats. The Democrats are breaking and destroying this nation in every possible way, right? So why is Truth Social the Democrats' fault? Because when Republicans went and conservatives and anti and based people went on Twitter, they got like, I can't say crucified because Jesus was crucified. They got close to crucified. They got roasted, right? Like just wrecked. So bad that some of them literally lost their jobs. Like it was just like lost spouses, lost friends, lost family, lost family who would talk to them. It was horrendous, right? Over speech. And there was just, they were shamed into crawling into these dens of hatred. Truth Social and Rumble are the top of them. But every social media site, Reddit, Facebook, Discord, Instagram, they all have a alternative conservative one now. And like, if you thought that polls were junk before, there's entire streams of underground communication that are happening, and we have no idea what actual Americans actually think, because half the speech is no longer on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, right? Twitter, real social networks. There's these dark caves of hatred, right? And they're talking about the politics, right? Now, Biden's campaign went on there. What is Vivek Ramaswamy's correct response to this? Does he follow and go on Truth Social? Absolutely not, right? Right, like, because I ride, I know when you see an abandoned house, right, nothing good happens in it, right? Like, bodies are found in it. People do bad things in it. Like, someone who's missing may be in it, right? Nothing good happens on Truth Social, right? Nothing, right? Nothing good happens on Rumble. You don't go into these dark caves, right? So Vivek Ramaswamy cannot make the mistake of Biden's campaign. He cannot go into Truth Social. It is just too dangerous, right? Should Vivek Ramaswamy call out the Biden campaign for doing this? Yes, 100%. Why? Because the reality is, I don't think for 1 second that Biden actually knows that that his campaign is on Truth Social. I don't even think he knows what Truth Social is, right? Why do I believe this? Dianne Feinstein, right? We found out that for 5 years, she wasn't even doing like a tenth of her work, in my humble opinion. If you read the articles, she wasn't even doing like a tenth of her work. She was signing stuff that was put in front of her, and it seemed very much, in my humble opinion, like her crew was doing a lot of stuff she was unaware of. I think that's exactly what's happening with this. I don't think Biden is even aware his campaign is on Truth Social. I don't think Biden is aware Truth Social exists, right? I don't think Biden could list 2 social medias if you asked him, right? Because the reality is he's being Feinsteined right now, right? Like he's trotted out. They put some papers in front of him. He's not governing, right? Like we all know this, right? So don't be that guy. Don't be that man, that woman who's like, I'm progressive. Now watch me make the most regressive vote you've ever seen. I'm going to vote to create to make the Ward Cleaver wall a Ward Cleaver bulwark, right? And I tell you I'm progressive, but I'm actually the most establishment person who's going to make sure that this nation is just led by Ward Cleavers. And that's all I really care about, right? Do not be that person, right? All right, here we go, right? Vivek Ramaswamy needs to be very careful about this. He cannot follow the Biden campaign. These places are too dark, right? Truth Social and Rumble are horrible hate caves that no one should go into. Don't go there yourself. And Vivek, please make sure your campaign does not show up in these spaces. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking, subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.